Okay, so we've set up our account, or we've signed in, and now we're going to create a Prezi. I'm going to keep it simple. All we're going to do is learn how to type onto the Prezi, and also how to insert a document and then draw frames around that document to zoom around it. And hopefully there you'll see the benefits of what Prezi can do for you. So click on create a new Prezi. This will come up with there we go. This will come up with some templates. So there's some already pre-prepared backgrounds, etc., that might be relevant to your lessons, which will just make everything look a little bit nicer. But so there they are, and if you click on more, there's more. We're going to do a blank Prezi though, and I'm going to start by deleting this frame that is automatically there for you. If you look as I hover my mouse over it, a small blue outline happens. If you click on that, and I'm going to delete, or you can right click and press delete. And the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to create an invisible frame. I prefer using the invisible frame so you can't see them when you're actually presenting. And you can resize it from this bottom corner, and you can even turn them, which means that when you're moving through your Prezi presentation, it does like a little camera twist, which is quite nice. So I am actually going to turn it slightly. You don't have to for your first time anyway. To then, oops, just zoomed in a bit. So generally zooming in and zooming out, you use the scroll button on your mouse, or you can use these tools here. To move the page about, you just click on the page and it comes up with this little fist next to the cursor, and you can move the page about. So I'm going to zoom to the frame. So this would be like my presentation slide, this frame here. And all I do is click on it to start typing. The real negative is that they don't actually have an underline feature. They've got a bold and underline and italics, but they don't have an underline. So all you have to do is insert and draw an actual line under it. That's quite a thick line. So here it comes up with this. I can just decrease how thick the line is, and I can change the colour if I want. Okay, and that is basically how you type and how you can insert a line if you're wanting. You can and from this you can do all your usual things of resizing the text box. You can increase the font, decrease the font, you can change the font, change the alignment, etc. So that is how you add text and a frame. Now I'm going to zoom out, and I'm actually going to insert a document, because I think this is where Prezi is so much better than PowerPoint. So I'm going to go from File, and I'm just going to upload a PDF, not all files, downloads. So just bear with me a second. Okay, and I'm just going to use this paper 2, this exam paper. It's covering my man at the moment. It's doing it on an angle for some reason, but never mind. What I can do is, in a moment, I'll draw a frame around it, and then I can zoom to the frame so it'll straighten up. So it's just placing my PDF document onto the presentation. And what this then allows me to do, it's actually quite a large document, I didn't really think about that. So now, if I just place that like that, that allows me then, with no cropping or messing about, to zoom to that frame, and straight away pupils can look at question 2. If I zoom out, I've got another question there. So I'm going to zoom to the frame. Yeah, that looks right. Now, let's say that this is quite a lengthy document. Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to insert another frame within there, because we're going to have a look in detail at this first bullet point. So I actually want this first bullet point to take up the majority of the board. Okay, so I'm just going to put it like that. Now in PowerPoint you would have to cropped and move to that and put it onto a different slide, but in this you don't, once you've got the document there. So on this side, this is like your slide path, your frame path they call it. So we've got that first one, moves to the second section that I'm looking at, then the third, and then it zooms in to that fourth bit. So already, using the frames, you're creating where you want the focus to be. And this is really good for when you're actually looking at sheets and sharing a text or textbook or poem or an equation that with the class, because you can actually look at the document with them without having to crop and paste and put it on loads of different slides. One last thing before we finish this session. So you can now put in text, you can underline, you can upload a PDF sheet, and you can create frames around that sheet so you can zoom about. You can edit the path. So if you click on edit path, that's how you can change or delete slides. So you can change the order of them here, and then just remember to click on edit path again so that disappears. So that's just how you change the order of the frames. Then you're ready to present. You just click present and then go through your slide. That might appear slightly wrong on this video because that happened full screen, and I haven't actually set this to record the full screen. It's only part of it. So if that looked slightly inaccurately formatted, that's not the case. Okay, give it a go yourself. Try and create your first Prezi by inserting a document and creating frames around it and maybe adding some text. Well done.